All right, ladies and gents, the love doctor is back in session. I'm kidding, guys. All right, so today is day 19 and of the 31 days to becoming a better man challenge. And today's task, right, or today's topic is your sexual desires. Now, before we get off on the tangent and before we get all, wound up here, the focus of today's task is kind of communicating with your wives or your significant other. Kind of, just straight up communicating, not complaining, just in a calm manner, having a decent discussion with your partner. What you really expect out of intimacy, like what are you missing? What do you want more of? Like maybe she's doing something right and you want some more of that, or maybe there's something that you don't like, but you gotta have that open communication with your significant other. I mean, I know in my relationships in the past, I gotta admit, sometimes we assume that they should know, or that, I don't know what's the word for it, but I guess just basically assuming, sometimes we assume that our partners are mind readers, right? Knowing very well that we're not, and we're kind of assuming that they're going to know what we like, just because we're men, But today's topic has to do with, that open communication of intimacy with your partner. Let them know, what you want. Or better yet, maybe, you kind of like what Joel Dandara, again, is the coach and author of the 31 Day to Becoming a Better Man Challenge. And what he's suggesting is set up kind of like an appointment with your wife, right? Kind of plan a date and time and tell her there's something important that you want to talk about, and you want to, have the setting of somewhere where it's just, you two. That way there's no distractions and you're focused and you have, a real conversation communicating exactly what you want out of the relationship, right? And focusing especially on the intimacy part, because I think it is very underrated nowadays. People talking about you want to communicate mentally and all that. Yes, that is important, but at the end of the day, guys, we're still human, especially as men, right? We still need that physical touch, right? That intimacy with our wives or our girlfriends, right? Or our significant others, or whatever term they're using these days, right? But yeah, and maybe gents, maybe ask them first, right? And not be afraid what she's gonna say as far as what they want intimacy wise. It might get crazy, you never know. You thought you knew your lady, but maybe all this time she's been hiding it. But it's got to come from a place of of understanding and of compromising, right? And not being afraid of what you're gonna hear, right? Unfortunately, a lot of relationships break up because of that, because you're not having that real communication, that real talk about what you're missing, right? Because we don't have that communication, and all of a sudden that's when our eyes start wandering, looking for satisfaction somewhere else, when it should be right at home, right, with the number one person in your life, right? So that being said, guys, again, I'll put the link below. Guys, make sure you like, follow, stay tuned for tomorrow. And yeah, my 3-day fast is starting next week, man. So Dan, my accountability partner, if you're listening, man, I'm nervous, but we're gonna do it. And I might be on the road too while I'm doing this, so it's gonna be a crazy adventure, but it's all good. All right, so again, guys, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. That way, it helps us get the word out to those gentlemen that need to be in this challenge and can learn and benefit from this, right? And again, this is Diego Rodriguez. End of the day, like I always tell my students, end of the day, trust your gut, follow your heart, bet on yourself, and double down. This is Diego Rodriguez signing out. Peace. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Be safe, be strong.